Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take it.
Tonight, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Vegas Raiders versus Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
With the ball, without the ball, catch and go, transition with the ball, catch and shoot, and downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Again, it's Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. I was playing fast. See, he felt it was happening so quick. He just felt comfortable rising.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You know what I'm saying, at that point, so that's why, if you fell back on it, like it was work, I can stop. I'm not sure enough for that guy to hold me up. I'm just going to shoot up. Wasn't
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over. Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. There's Goff. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Coming to the sideline and a coach is afraid to flip the play.
Here's Goff. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bowers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers for him from a week ago. 10 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards. And he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Goff now looks to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bowers. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Goff throwing again. That is caught. It's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
I can still do it to the right, but I'm just comfortable.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Jumper, I didn't want to stop playing, so I played around for 6 months. That ankle's never quite the same. So I think, pushing it off.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
What's next?
Here's 3rd and 3.
That summer, I was like, I can't play this way anymore, where I just go all the way left and pull up right.
Goff now looking to throw.
That summer, saying, I have to figure this movement pattern out, left hard pull up. It took a summer.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is gone. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to St. Brown. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Mahomes' throw complete to Freiermuth. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it to about the 40. You look at this Raiders defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
The first catch there for the NFL's leading receiver in week 1 in terms of yardage. Also a first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback for the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and then controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Cam Akers halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Do you feel like if you take mid-range, you settle him, like throughout your career? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, especially...
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
14, 15 years. Like...
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is simple. I mean, in this one, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Williams running left. Fights loose. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. They run it again with Williams. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up somewhere to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. Pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, due to the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
I'm expecting them to shoot the 3, not dribble into the mid-range. Like, they don't throw stuff, but the best players on the team, you can't turn them into that. You're exactly right. So
now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is gone. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They try the left side here with Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. A give to Williams, running right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's gone. And it's complete to Martin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 21-13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Those two guys got to keep it better. I mean, that's just the facts of it. Just be more consistent. And I think they will. But that's really what it is. I mean, Kyle decided we got that they'll pay for it, I'm sure. There's no anything. They know they got a great team and something special.
Akers will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. This offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 10. Go off again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the deficit will hold at 15.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over at that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. You know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes to Jefferson on the slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. An ill-advised throw down, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense has understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On second down, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Mahomes. And he's got this to Jefferson. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
But the outside world, doesn't understand. They're just like, balls out, y'all just go look good. Y'all supposed to just beat everybody because y'all just got that talent. It's like, this is, you got to cultivate a lot of stuff from day one of training, man, and on who you want to be. And you can tell that both of these teams are doing that for 2-3 years. For sure. I was just saying,
on first and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Amon-Ra St. from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
But I also had some, like, exposing the guy that they are. Now I think these teams are starting to expose that.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets...
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 more yards there and another first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 yards the pickup. 1st down, Kansas City.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty on the offense, that'll be declined, and the turnover stands.
6 out of 10 dudes are inside this report. You got help right there. That makes defense easier for everybody. It's harder for some of the best defenders to guard up with all the experience. I heard you say with JJ, I think, on your podcast.
Off play action. Here's Gone. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one 28 yards on the ground. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Goff looking to throw.
I know what the fuck.
And he's caught for the 2
That's some
points.
bullshit, bro.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space for the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches, the yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They give up the middle to Akers, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
He's so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I know for, and Ken down here, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good also to get back and get him down, but boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete. Jefferson to target.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
McCaffrey running up the middle. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the level and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did a significant chunk of yardage.
It's so much part of my daily engagement now that I'm off when I don't.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
That's just a running joke.
Okay.
Yeah. But we are good people. Your birthday is the day before mine.
But now, why is that the running joke that you older?
I'm older than them.
Okay. How old are you? 45. How old are you? 44. 49. I'm 55.
He had oldest.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our game here in the third. 5 plays there on that drive, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
So many fucking interceptions.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Gone.
61 M's.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
3rd and long. It's Gone. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Jefferson moving in motion left. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Just go back to him real fast, like not happening.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
When I left the meeting,
no gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
In my mind,
they are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
I'm comparing myself to that same receiver. Oh, my stats are now better than that receiver.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
The kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them in the winning game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And this time will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an intercept, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
$24 million
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
If they would have given that shit to me, I would have walked from California to Cincinnati.
Jefferson moving in motion left.
Straight up.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
That's when they put Reeves on Chad, and the other receiver couldn't get open. And I'm like, if I was there, we would have won, because I'm for sure going to get open. That's a guarantee I'm getting open. And
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's the same thing.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Was probably 12 or 13. And then I go to Seattle and I was making 80.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Highest paid receiver in the league at that point. But the Bengals could have had me. And they gave that money to 2 other guys, and it was just unfortunate.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They begin the drive with Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come on down 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun. Gone. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. First down on that last catch as well. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Martin. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They give it to Williams, running right. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Javonte Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point is up and down. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
How you feel about what you think about the they come back and stop.
Way to wrap up the week in the NFL, all tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number.
He's got a man complete. Gets past one man. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for KC. 55 yards.
What you feel about it?
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball. One that they want to fix immediately.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh my gosh!
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Raiders defense delivers his score. Extra point attempt to come here.
Yeah, like, you really can get beat up in real life. Oh, me.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
That shit sweet. It's really solid.
Play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, me.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because, let's face it,
Oh, bro, you might get benched, dog.
keep trying to put the pressure on him, but he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
There he goes right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give. Akers running left. Down at the 25.
That man ain't got but 6 carries.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked.
Come on, bro.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 19-yard line.
Oh, my God, bro. Y'all fucking with us, bro. Y'all fucking with us big
so that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll have it.
Bro, that's a fucking 1st down. God damn.
Hook up of 15 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
Get it.
And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Pat Freiermuth, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied
Here in the fourth quarter.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Man, that man.
Ready to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. And he slips up past the 45 before
They ain't but 2 picks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Goff now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle.
Come on, bro.
And they get to him after a gain of 6
man.
to 46.
Yeah, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. There's Goff. Throw right side, hauled in by Douglas.
Man.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
Oh, my God. I had a sack, bro.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. To the air again. Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Unbelievable, bro. You got to get that fumble, bro.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from
God
about 2
damn, bro.
After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's dropped right.
I don't even want him to get a field goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Goff now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Boy, we needed that.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football,
God damn, Brandon!
Right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be pulled up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Fuck, man, I ain't want to talk no time now.
Getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus
Oh, that
the
was a
2-minute
clutch-ass
warning.
motherfucking
Here's 1st and
catch.
10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Butker now to add the extra point. Will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I need 4 picks, bro. I need 4 picks.
Quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Goff now to throw.
Man, he go out of bounds. Oh, thank God he did.
3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that's caught by Williams. Here's 2nd down. Now it's Goff.
Going deep. How the fuck?
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. And he can't get a throw away. taken down. Leonard Williams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now gone. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Gone. And it is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I'm at the nickel top.
Sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
What a finish in this one.
Oh, that was a wild game,
bro.
bro.
To fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score. They get the victory. And that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Las Vegas.
Oh, she look like an old woman. An old lady. Driving Miss Daisy. Alright. up. So.